All right, hi friends, Burnett here. I thought I'd talk a little bit today about practicing and training physical stuff during stressful or difficult times like the pandemic or all the crazy stuff that's going on in the country. I know that when times are hard or stressful, or even when you're traveling, or when events are coming at you in a way that they don't usually, your routines get messed up. I know that it's hard for me to practice when I travel or when my routines are messed up or there's stressful things going on. And I certainly hear that from my students, that it's difficult sometimes just because your routines get disturbed and there's all kinds of stressors having your attention. Recently, okay, we've had plenty of them. For starters, the pandemic and all the conflicting narratives about that and the ups and downs of it. And it's certainly something that's been stressful for a lot of people economically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, politically. Um, so we had that in the background. It didn't really affect my Tai Chi or fitness goals too much because I teach one on one in the park. I was able to keep teaching Tai Chi. We just stopped doing partner work, but we did everything. We've been doing everything else, and my fitness goals. I have a number of things that I just like to do every day. I have a you know, little check marks that I put down, and I have minimal targets that I like to hit every day. Things like push-ups, pull-ups, punches, ab rolls, bounces. I have to bounce on the one leg thing that you've seen me do in videos. Planks and hand squeezes and finger ripples and air squats and stuff like that. Not ridiculous numbers, but just numbers that I try to hit on a daily basis. And none of those things were affected by the pandemic. It was a little stressful to my music life because whatever, I didn't have that many gigs anyway, but they dried up completely, and I had to get used to making online music videos and from home and for the virtual open mics and stuff. So and of course not making any money at music, that was a little bit of a stressor. But so that was going on in the background. Another thing that happened during this period is this has been a year that we have moved into a new place. We've been trying to get Samara's dad to come down here and live with us here in Ashland, and figuring out a way that we can do that. And so he bought us all a duplex that we're all going to live in. We're in the upstairs unit. That's where I am right now, and he's going to move into the bottom unit downstairs. This has involved finding this place, buying this place, completely remodeling it, new floors, new windows, new heating systems, fences, windows, some plumbing, some electrical, just all kinds of stuff. In addition to building an addition off to the side, we're going to have a little movement studio mainly for my wife, and then an office above that that's going to connect to this part of the duplex. So this is going to be a 3-bedroom instead of a 2-bedroom, and sheds in the back for Samara's dad to put some of his stuff, and just all kinds of remodeling and projecty stuff going around. Most of it is Samara's job. This is her this is her full-time gig right now, is to shepherd this whole thing. But I've been in on a lot of the decisions, and of course it's not every day that you do this kind of stuff. So it was certainly unusual and difficult. And my Tai Chi goals weren't too affected, but my fitness goals were definitely affected. It was getting a little harder because we had so many projects and little things. And then we actually started to move, and this place is only 3 blocks from our previous place, and it was built by the same builders. It's very familiar layout, and cabinets and stuff in the kitchen are the same, and we loved our old place, so we're very happy that we found a place that was so similar. But the move stretched out for a few weeks. We were just moving stuff over gradually until finally we could make the big move. Again, the Tai Chi stuff, I was doing that every day, teaching out in the park and stuff. So it was mostly my fitness goals. Being able to walk every day became difficult, biking and some of the other stuff. There just wasn't enough hours in the day to do all this stuff, or enough energy. So then once we got over here, then we had to start putting stuff away and getting used to a new place, and again, teaching is just happening every day as my living, but my fitness goals, were difficult to keep going. And then as if that wasn't enough, 2020 wasn't through with us yet. Just barely a week into moving here, we had these catastrophic wildfires just sort of north of here that started on the north edge of town and just roared north and did some substantial damage to two nearby towns of Talent and Phoenix. Many of our friends lost everything, including businesses and homes, and just a catastrophic fire. And then immediately after the fire, there was this week of thermal inversion, and this horrible, noxious smoke settled into the valley, not like forest fire smoke, but like really choking, toxic smoke. And we hardly went outside at all. And finally, I had some time off. I never had any time off during the pandemic because I was working every day out in the park. But so that, I just don't feel like exercising hard or breathing deep, even if I'm inside when the air is so toxic. So, you know, we put stuff away and did some home stuff, but in general, the whole year has just been a bit of a tumult and difficult and stressful stuff. But here's what I did throughout this whole time. What I did was I did as much as I could. And even if that was a little bit, even if it was minimal, I did as much as I could. So there were some days when this little checklist here was just zeros. I put this into my computer at the end of the day or at the start of the next day, and it helps me to look at my goals and to write them down for some reason. If I just say I'm going to do some push-ups today, it's not the same as saying I'm going to do 50 and then recording how many I actually do. So that helps me stay with my goals. There were plenty of 0 days, but I just did what I could, even if it was minimal. And one thing I discovered about metabolism or metabolically, not so much in terms of strength, but if I did some Tai Chi during the day, came home, I was tired, I didn't have that much energy for other fitness stuff, maybe I didn't get in any walking or biking in that day, I might look at my little checklist here and I just go, I want to just get at least 1 or 2 marks on everything on here. So I do like 10 push-ups. And I might go downstairs on my bar and do 5 pull-ups. And I might throw a couple hundred punches. And I might do 5 ab rolls. And I might do 1 handstand. And I might bounce 100 times on each leg. And I might do 1 plank for a minute. And I might do my hand squeeze things, maybe just 100 each hand. I might do 1 set of fast punches. I might do 10 air squats. I might do, 25 finger ripples. And, it's just bare minimums. And I found that I could feel my metabolism kind of revving up a little bit, almost like starting a car and letting the motor run or rev your engine a little bit, but not actually driving anywhere. Because these targets were just minimal, but I could feel them waking up my whole body and getting it ready to kind of move and do stuff, and I could feel it affecting my metabolism. I think a little goes a long way, especially if you've got a certain amount of muscle density or muscle mass percentage. Just waking it up and getting it to do some stuff kind of fired me up in a way that so even though I worked out a lot less during this whole period, I didn't gain any weight. I didn't gain my COVID-19 as they call it. I always did something to remind my body of the type of stuff I'd been doing in the past and the type of stuff I wanted to do in the future as things open up. And I really recommend doing that. Just connect to your practice in some way when times are stressful and you're under pressure, traveling or whatever, even if it's just do the opening to the form 3 or 4 times, just a few simple qigong exercises, or just go for a short walk around the block, or just run in place and throw punches for 1 minute. Do a couple push-ups, do something in your form, like maybe pick up a weapon and just hold the weapon the way you hold it, or just keep your foot in the door. Don't let your engine get cold. Keep something going. And then when the smoke clears and things open up a little bit, there it will be. You'll have your practice there, waiting for you, and you can pick right up and hopefully get back where you were. Personally, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there, and I'm getting closer every day. And every day feels like okay. I mean, I have some setbacks, but as my life settles into a new routine here, and things get a little more comfortable and normal, um, uh, I'm able to just do more and more and more, which is what I was telling my body I was going to do. You're going to keep doing this. I'm not going to overload you. I'm not going to injure you, but we're going to do as much as we can do. And that was my sort of philosophy to myself, and it stood me really well, and is standing me really well under these pandemic and pressure and fire and moving and all these other crazy times. So that's what I recommend doing. Um, I don't have ads on my channel. I probably never will. It's not something I aspire to, but I do have a digital tip jar in the description down below. You can tip me if you find these videos useful or helpful to you in any way, either the music ones or the Tai Chi ones or the nature ones. But no worries if not. I'm happy to be helpful and not make money. It's just always nice to survive a little bit better while you do that. So anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate that. You can visit geneburnett.com for more information about me and what I do. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel, or you can visit my sites and hit my videos button, big videos link, which will give you a link to some blogs that I set up to make all of my videos much easier to navigate. My Tai Chi music and nature videos much easier to navigate than here on YouTube. So thanks for listening. Take care and good luck with your practice.